Shopping for food is the most regular thing we do. The question is, are we paying too much today compared to 10 years ago? I'd like to find out what people think about this.
High, and getting higher.
Yeah.
We were just saying earlier, and we're saying like good quality fresh fish now, it's heading for $50 a kilo in a fish shop.
No.
Which is crazy.
I think they're outrageously expensive. Yes, food prices in Australia are ridiculous. We are being price gouged by Coles and Woolworths. I think paying $30 a kilo for meat is absolutely outrageous.
Here you can eat really nice food. It costs a lot of money, and it shouldn't be like that, because you should be able to buy, particularly good quality food cheaply, but you can't. Everywhere in the world, food is expensive, and that's got to do with it's got to do with greedy people for a start. The only reason prices go up is there's no rational reason. It's just people are greedy. Manufacturers are just pushing the limit, saying, okay, now we want to put our price up because we want a holiday in Switzerland, so we're going to charge the consumer, $20 extra for this thing, right? And people go, okay, well, I want that thing, so I'll pay the extra $20. And it hurts at first, but then they get used to it. So it's greed that's pushing the price up. There isn't a real reason.
I think it has, now I need more money to buy, to go shopping. Yeah, I cannot afford the same stuff I used to get when I arrived in Australia. Every time my girlfriend wants to eat outside, because I prefer not to do it. I cannot afford it. Milk, it was like $5 maybe 3 years ago. Now it's $7. That's like maybe 40%.
Like a block of chocolate from Cadbury's. It used to be, I think they were like 250 grams for a block, and the price was like $2.50 or whatever. Now the price is like $3.50, and the blocks, even though no one has noticed, have actually gone down to 200 grams, and they've put more spaces between each single square of chocolate. So it's kind of like, something's going on. People just aren't noticing it because the packaging is exactly the same size. No one really notices that the number 250 has gone down to 200. You're actually getting less for what you're spending, but that's just, people don't want to notice that, and there's plenty of things on YouTube that...
I notice that more and more my kind of products and other products at the markets are appearing inside the Coles and the Woolworths. Woolworths can buy 3,000 of these for their however many stores. They can get maybe even a bigger discount than me, but more the point, they just don't care as much. They would rather have a loss leader and bring this bread in for cheaper, have everybody go, oh, well, I can get it down there in Woolworths, and and they don't care if they lose money on it even. So no, reality is it actually doesn't help me at all, them having it. The more they become like the markets, the worse it is.
This twin pack yogurt about 10 years ago was $1.60. Now at $3, the price has increased by about 67%, while it lost 1/8 of the portion. If we count that in the price actually increased by about 100%. Another item is smoked cod. The price per kilo is $13.90, which was $8 before GST was brought in year 2000, an 85% increase. The price of chocolate flake increased by 90% since 2000. The price of breakfast oats doubled from 2000 to 2010. The problem is, we're not here to talk about Russian caviar. These are basic items on our food list. Do you believe your food price increase matched with the wage salary increase?
Certainly not. The percentage has gone up to about 30% of our costs, which is a huge amount.
With the increasing percentage / total cost you're spending on food supply, does your profit increase as well?
The profit has not increased. I personally believe that the oil companies have a monopoly over price rises.
Additional factors such as the price of oil will only add to food inflation, as oil is used for every aspect of agriculture, including production, transportation, and even for creating food storage containers.
Ask yourself, or your dad, or your mum, pick any 10 years between 1990 and 2010 and see if your wage increased over 10%. Food price is not the only thing increased, but it's the one related with our daily life most closely. I believe many people are just like me and need a reasonable explanation of why it is happening.
The food prices today in the Australian marketplace vary a great deal, and if people wish to shop around, then they'll get good prices. If they go to their local fruit and vegetable shop, If they go to their markets, like Paddy's Market, then they'll buy much cheaper. When you look at the Coles and Woolworths empire, the majority of their income comes from fuel. They're the largest poker machine holders in Australia. They're the largest club and pub owners in Australia. Fruit and vegetables form only between 5 and 7% of their income. Now, when you hear the ads, it's Woolworths, the fresh food people. Fuel isn't fresh food, poker machines aren't fresh food, pubs and clubs aren't fresh food. So it's the imagery that they put forward, but the bulk of their financial returns come through these other sources. You can't say that Coles and Woolworths operate in a cartel, but their prices are very similar.
But one thing is certain, our life quality is being threatened and we can't just sit there waiting to be helped. The government needs to do something quickly. At the same time, we need you. Join us to push the supermarket chain and food production companies to stop ripping us off. Time to take action.